We all will. So you people are for UPSC? Okay, myself Sumit Dwivedi, and I have taught for 15 years at Karve. अच्छा of course Avani. So you want to ask any question, you can answer. Any questions regarding the subject, regarding the case, and how many people have read history here or have tried to read history? I will be taking history lectures, right? Okay, so 35% of your GS syllabus is history. History is the longest, right? And it is most interesting. On the other paradox, it is most boring also. For you people, it is boring. But for us, it is full of entertainment. Right? Now we'll start asking questions, or I will start the test. Start the test? Sure. Right now. लिखो साथ में आप लोग no issues. Right now. History. Reading क्या डालोगे? History. Okay. Indian history करो. Right? Because we don't live in any other country. It's Indian history. UPSC has history. Okay. So what is history? History of past. Anything else? Very good. In chronological. Anything else? मेरी शादी हो गई. Is it important? I am a married man. It is important. देखिए, history is the study of past. History of important past events. This word important is very important. Shahjahan की शादी में थी. Shahjahan was married to Mumtaz. Everybody knew. History is a study of important past events in chronological order. In chronological order. Why chronological order is important? Because we have to give a timeline. इसमें कैसे चलेगा? Please help me. In the first class, 10 का है. Yes. इसमें notes का है. Yes. See, why the word chronology is important? क्यों? बताइए. See, historians have spent their entire life to fix the exact date of a king. Ashoka was a king, everybody knows. When he was a king, that is very important. And you have to fix this chronology in your mind. You may be from science background, from commerce background, from arts background. You may be a history student or a non-history one. It hardly matters to UPSC. At least you have to learn history up to the level of UPSC. My job is not to teach you the regional history. My job is to teach you people for this history and for UPSC. Okay, so my opinion maybe have some deflection from the regional history. Right? Just say when we go to Kashmir and teach, the sentiments of the students are different. When I come to Pune and I teach, I have already taught in IAS. with our others and all this field, right? So the sentiments here are some different. Okay, right? So this timeline, come here. पहले बताते ना. See, this timeline है. ये नीचे कैसे जाएगा? See, this timeline is white लेने चलेगा. This timeline in history is very important. Why? Why is it important? Because we have to fix the date of the. कर दोगे? Two questions anytime will be based on chronological order in UPSC. Every year they ask. It is a very hard task, but over a period of time, you people will get through. Right? I will help you. I will help you with all my notes, with all my knowledge. अब वो मेरे किसी काम का नहीं है. I have already passed the age in which I was giving that. So you have to take the highest valuable step. शुरू कर. Right? अब देखो. On a timeline there will be zero somewhere. तो zero कहाँ place करेंगे? In the middle. तो मैंने zero यहाँ place कर दिया. What this zero here means? Is there any date which says 0 AD? Time cannot be divided into minus or plus. Time तो चल रहा है. Right? But which calendar we use? After all, you are writing a date. Today's date is 27th October 2025. So this is date, and the calendar is Gregorian calendar. Very good. See, Gregorian calendar. Who was Gregory? Who kept this calendar? Anybody in the class? See, open up. किसने दिया ये calendar? Who kept this calendar? When the ancient Roman Empire started declining, the Roman kings thought it is better to use religion. And they went to the church. Church was already existing at that time. It was Saint Gregory in the church who said, okay, then we have to establish a calendar. Like this Gregorian calendar. In this Gregorian calendar, they have marked AD and so what is AD? I have to write 2025 AD. What is AD? After death of Jabu. Anno Domini is a Latin phrase. What is the real AD? When I say AD, AD means in the living year of the Christ. Christ, God, गीता में क्या लिखा है? मैं अवतार ले रहा हूं. Gods are not born and they die. This is a human activity. Gods, though, they come and go. When we will read ancient India, we will read Islamic history, right? I will. So this calendar was established, and AD is in the living year of the Christ. And the opposite, on the opposite end, we have BC. And what BC stands for? Before. Thank you. पीछे के बच्चे पता नहीं क्या क्या बोल रहे हैं. Before. Right? Like there are many words, not only one, which is coming to your mouth. So what BC stands for? It is very simple. Everybody knows. Right? So any dates, any events happening in BC. Some books write BCE. Okay, so they are more or less similar. Right? Some write CE. So we are here in this English pattern, we are more concerned with AD and BC. In American pattern, it is BCE and like this. So we have discussed, started the timeline. Okay. What are the major events that happened in history? You people will. The Babur came to India. He established Mughal dynasty. So this Babur will come in the year which is called as 1526. Right? अब अगर मैं आपसे पूछूं how many years have passed since Babur established Mughal dynasty? So what you will do? You will simply subtract 2025 with 1526. Got it? Everybody in the class. So you will subtract and you will write the Babur came this many years back. Mahmud Ghaznavi, he came in 1000 AD. It means that Mahmud Ghaznavi कितने साल पहले आया था? 1025. You will simply subtract it, right? Okay. अब अगर मैं आपसे कहूं कि the Mauryan dynasty was established in the year 321 BC. Now the date is already behind zero. It is far back. So what you will do? 321 years this and 225 years this. You have to add. Then you will get the exact date that how many years have been passed since the establishment of Mauryan dynasty. अब मैं आपसे कहूं that the Alexander came in 323 BC. So these dates will be very close to each other. After the what we say that after Alexander went back, Maurya established this dynasty. Mauryan. So dates are close. You can remember. Right. अब अगर मैं आपसे कहूं the next question is the Vedic period, the Vedic age started in 1500 BC. So again, you can add simple subtraction and addition. You can do it on your own. Now is the next is Indus Valley in its mature phase was in 2500 BC. The exact date is actually 2600 BC, but 2005. Now you can say how many years you have to add this up till. ये समझ में आ गया? कर लोगे? With any problem you can ask anytime, even in the class or after the class. Okay? आप जितना पूछोगे, आप उतना मैं भी. आप नहीं पूछोगे, it is not my job. It is yours. The things which you will discuss in class, I will make them easy. I will make you people understand history. That is what is very important. I will make you write history. I will make you write question and answers of names. Best I can give you in notes. For art and culture, I will give you 300 questions of in writing. Right? That main portion will be over. ऐसे चलेगा? Yeah, you need some other paragraph. चलेगा? Open up. देखो, don't think ये पहला class है. Don't try to test me. Okay, I will be tested throughout the syllabus. In one day, you cannot give the result. Right? शुरू करें? ये समझ में आ गया सबको? See, students like you only become IAS. And I have seen very simple looking students, very silent students, they are clearing this. Either in first or second attempt, or clear. Don't think that you people are less than those who are studying in Karve or some other exam or in some other. Students are more or less same. And the people of Maharashtra, I am telling you, even this Jain Sam have written some very good words for this one, the people of Maharashtra. Right? He was even impressed by the people of this country. At that time, there was no nationalism. Okay, so this peninsular India, people are challenging. They are very challenging. And you are definitely from unke vanshaj. So for you people, it is good. We should feel proud of our ancestry. This is what history teaches. In France, and there was a scholar who told that there is no need to teach Indian history only speaks the topic of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. So even single topic can give you the strength to live your life. And I will be teaching you full history. शुरू करें. See, for scholarly purpose or for reading purpose, the Britishers they divided Indian history into three parts: ancient, medieval, and modern. So now my question to the class is, from where ancient history starts on this timeline? From where we should start history? कुछ तो पढ़ा होगा. Storage. Okay, very good. You can write prehistory. Stone Age is again prehistory. Right? It starts somewhere around 5 lakh BC. Okay, because development was very slow. We have Stone Age culture also. I will teach you, don't worry. Right? This prehistory was again divided into Paleolithic, Chalcolithic, Neolithic, like this. Okay, so there will be further divisions of it. Right? And now my question is, from where? Or you have to tell me the year where ancient ends and medieval history starts. Fifteen hundred BC. BC. No, 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 no. It will come to 80. This hint I am giving. Madam, very close. थोड़ा और part. You people know. I will tell you. You will say yes, sir. We know this. History is not maths, not physics. I am not for here for astrophysics. Right? Any attempt? कोई हो तो बता सके. थोड़ा पूछे. 650. It is 712 AD. What happened in 712 AD in India? What was the most important event? What happened in 703? For you people, history is a tough subject. Because you have seen Maharashtra, peninsular India. You may be coming from 100 to 200 kilometers far away from Pune. Right? Okay. The problem with North Indian students is that they do not know anything about South Indian history. When I will teach you Sangam age, right? So because you don't know the places, you don't know the land routes, so you have to do 5 or 10% more hard work than those people who are sitting in North India. And similar is the case with the South Indians. They know nothing about North India. At least you people are familiar with Delhi. Getting my point? Right? So you have to remember things. And geography ho gayi. Have you done geography? So this geography of India, especially places of North India, you have to remember. When I say Chandigarh, you should know where is Chandigarh. When I say Jammu Kashmir, you should know where is Jammu and Kashmir. This much knowledge of geography is sufficient. But this much you should have. अब ये भी नहीं पता सर where is Jammu Kashmir or Jammu and Kashmir is a state or not, so then I am helpless. इतना geography पढ़ा हुआ है, right? चलो लिखो. Write down. Ancient India starts with prehistory. इधर लिखो prehistory. इधर लिखो prehistory. Prehistory is a period when man. Prehistory is a period when man was in a hunting and gathering stage. When man was in a hunting and gathering stage. When man was in hunting and gathering, ये समझते हो? हम सब हंटर गैदरर्स थे, किसी के एंसेस्टर्स कोट शर्ट पहन के आए हो, वी ऑल वर एप्स, ये मानते हो? हाउ लाइफ इज स्टार्टेड ऑन दिस लेवल? एनी साइंस पर्सन? कितने लोग साइंस बैकग्राउंड में बड़े लोग, कॉमर्स बैकग्राउंड कितने हैं? मैथ्स, आर्ट्स, कोई हिस्ट्री ऑप्शनल, रेयर ऑफ द रेयर स्पीशीज। जी, our development in prehistory started हाँ हाँ कहाँ से oceans in prehistory. When we talk about prehistory, we talk about the first man, Africa. Right? So what happened here? हम लोग क्या थे पहले? हम लोग पहले क्या थे? What were we? We were, you can say, 4 dominant varieties of bandar, right? Very close was ape, right? Okay. ये बंदर क्या करते हैं? बंदर देखे आप लोगों ने? Have you seen the monkeys? Monkeys क्या करते हैं? Monkeys पेड़ पे रहते हैं, ठीक है? कभी बंदर को केला खाते हुए देखा? बंदर केला कैसे खाता है? कैसे खाता? चीज खाता है ना? क्या है? चीज नहीं खाएगा। अच्छा, अगर बंदर को आप कच्चा फल दे दोगे तो वो क्या करेगा? आपने बंदर को एक कच्चा अमरूद दे दिया, वो खाएगा? आपने झापड़ नहीं मारेंगे। How he recognizes that the fruit is not ripe? He tastes it. He tastes it, then he throws it. Right? एक पेड़ के ऊपर फल एक ही बार लगेगा साल में, मैक्सिमम 2 बार लगेगा. And when the monkeys have this habit of selection, there are lakhs and lakhs of monkeys roaming in Africa at that time during the prehistory period. We are starting from prehistory, okay, not from ocean, right? Or from this eras, right? So what these group of monkeys will do? They will have a pattern for food. ये क्या करेंगे? They will go from one tree to another tree. They will migrate. Like this migration is started. ये जो migration था, this was for food and water. They want nothing else. Rest they had. नेचुरल सिलेक्शन आप लोगों ने देखा है? सर आप रोड पे घूमते हो तो क्या देखते हो? गाड़ी पे सराउंडिंग नहीं करते. What you see? आप रोड पे जो दोबारा देखते हैं ना, कोई और जो खोल के बताए. We find the best of the species. Naturally, we are attracted to them. ऐसा होता है नहीं होता? नहीं होगा, डॉक्टर को दिखाओ. ओके, राइट. सो ये बंदर क्या करते थे? They were in groups and they knew where the food is present and they migrated from one to another. अब आप सोचो कि अगर 15 दिन पहले ये पहुंच गए, if they arrive 15 days early, what will happen? The fruits are not ripe. They will destroy this. And suppose 15 days migration is earlier, the next migration also will be 15 days earlier. Right? So there will be fruits, but still you will face shortage of food. बात समझ में आती है? बच्चे कितने होने चाहिए? एक इंसान को कितने बच्चे पैदा करने चाहिए? All are 18 plus. Nobody 16, 15 कोई बर्बाद हो जाए मेरे क्लास में. Right? Okay, man. One exception can be, right? You can manage yourself. हमको being an animal, right? हमको कितने बच्चे पैदा करते? How many? Can I take it? 50. Two. हम दो हमारे बट ये वो इस प्रिंसिपल को नहीं मान रहे या हम ठीक है तो व्हाट विल हैपन दैट पॉपुलेशन विल ग्रो इन साइज राइट जब पॉपुलेशन बढ़ेगी इनको क्या चाहिए था ज्यादा खाना चाहिए था और जब हम ज्यादा खाना नहीं दे पाएंगे तो क्या होगा आपको लग रहा है कि दे विल स्टार्व एंड से पापा खाना नहीं है कोई बात नहीं आई एम रेडी टू गिव माय लाइफ दे विल फाइट और जब फाइट होगी तो क्या होगा मजबूत बंदर कमजोर बंदर को मारेगा This will happen. Suppose this class is full of students tomorrow. What will happen? Some will be thrown out. The late coming will sit at the door. Teacher will आवाज ही बहुत है. Right? So what will happen that if there is shortage of food, these monkeys will start fighting. इसमें जो कमजोर बंदर होंगे उनको नीचे फेंका जाएगा. They will be thrown down. Now this monkey who is here and the group has left him. What he will do? Suppose you are this monkey. Everybody in the class. What you will do? Madam, आप क्या करोगे? The question is, you are the only, what we say, the female member of the group left alone because you are weak.
Then we'll find other ways of sustaining.
Other ways of sustaining. Other ways of sustaining में you have two options. Either you can climb again and follow the group, or you decide to remain on the ground. लेकिन ग्राउंड पे रहना इतना आसान नहीं है. जंगल का कानून है, कमजोर को वो छोड़ेगा नहीं, ताकतवर को वो छेड़ेगा नहीं. And you are the monkey who has been left alone. What you will do? Over a period of time, the first act you will do is you will stand on your two legs. Limbs will become. The question UPSC ने पूछा. The first man. खड़े होने को हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं? खड़े होने. What is the correct word? Stand नहीं बोला है. What is the correct word for? Correct word is erection. And the person who was the first has been called as Homo erectus. जो स्पाइन थी वो एस शेप हो गई, पूंछ गायब हो गई, इट मर्ज विद द बैकबोन. Simple principles, everybody should know. And this Homo erectus started walking. Now what he will do? He will start his migration on land, near water. Water is most important. दो ही चीज होती है, एक सोना एक पानी. आप प्यासे हो, आपको पानी चाहिए, आपके पास पैसा है, आपको सोना चाहिए. Right? So this Homo erectus, when he will start what is called as using of hands. आप हाथ यूज करते हो, सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट हाथ में क्या है? फिंगर्स. फिंगर्स में भी सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट क्या है? थंब. व्हाई थंब? कभी सोचा? ग्रिप पार्ट. हम पकड़ते हैं थंब से. पेन किससे पकड़े? थंब से. बाइक कैसे चलाओगे? रोटी कैसे बेलोगे? और इट्स जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ दिस. इसीलिए हम लोग थंब दिखाते हैं. कॉर्नर्स. ठीक है, इतना क्लियर हो गया. So the person who started using their hands were called Homo habilis. क्या बोले गए? Homo habilis. So this is placed. Starting from Homo habilis, Homo erectus, or you can say from, then इसके भी हम पीछे जाएंगे. It is Neanderthals, right? Australopithecus, Africanism. So this we will do separate. This is just a introduction. इतना क्लियर हो? Right? So History starts for UPSC from prehistory, the first one. From here, it continues till what is called as 711 or 12 later. यहाँ पर क्या हुआ था? On this point, why this year has been taken as a landmark year right now? The medieval Indian history start from the medieval Indian history start from 712 AD. 712 AD. Okay. Why this is important? Anybody? Civilization तो हमारे पास तब भी था जब हम जनरल उस लेवल का सिविलाइजेशन था जिसकी हमारी जरूरत थी. अब उन बंदरों से ये उम्मीद मत करो उनको सेल्फ की चेंजेस. They were not requiring self. Right? लिखो. It was invasion of Muhammad bin Qasim. It was invasion of Muhammad bin Qasim. Invasion समझते हैं आप लोग? You people know India has been attacked by number of invaders, right? Muhammad bin Qasim. इतना क्लियर? So this was Arab invasion. लिख लो. Arab invasion. Arab समझते हैं आप लोग? Arab means, of course, people from Saudi Arabia, Arabian Peninsula, right? ठीक है. In detail, we will go later on. With this starts early medieval India. With this event starts early medieval India. With this invasion starts early medieval India. Early medieval India. Isn't clear? Right. So first is ancient India, which is very, very tough. Second is medieval India, which is little bit simple. Okay. And where this medieval India ends? What was the most important event which happened? 1707. Why this year 1707 has been taken as a landmark year to decide? According to some scholars of history, they say that the death of Aurangzeb was a landmark event. Why the death of Aurangzeb was a landmark event? Because the Mughal dynasty started collapsing, declining. The house of cards which they have built, it collapsed. But this period of next 150 years till 1857, right? When this Emperor Bahadur Shah Zafar II was taken as prisoner. This period of 150 years, Mughals were collapsed day by day, year by year. Okay, right? What were the conditions where Aurangzeb died and why Aurangzeb? Aurangzeb has been considered as very important king. Not here. Here he was a villain. Okay, I know regional variation. Don't worry. Don't look at me like this. Okay. But in Delhi, when we were writing the North Indian Chronicles, the contemporary historians have mentioned this event, right? But from here, what we say that it is the start of modern India. And modern कहाँ तक चलेगी? Where modern India ends. और यह अभी चल रही है. Another important landmark event came in 1947, sir. India became independent from the British rule. आपको पता है हम आजाद हैं? ठीक है. It ends in 1947. From 1947, another history was added in 2014. That history is called as post-history. Right? So these are four major sections of history. One, history has been a problem for the students of UPSC. The history which is, you can say, complete world history. नाम सुना है कभी? So this much we have to cover. Another, when BJP government came in 2014, right? For last 50 years, now this camera, I'm dead now, right? मुझे जल्दी नेपाल भागना पड़ेगा मेरी बातों में अगर ये रिकॉर्डिंग बाहर करनी चाहिए. When BJP government came in 2014, they saw that Indians have been pushed away from their culture. To bring back the young back into the Indian culture, they added another topic. एक section हमको और दे दी UPSC वालों को. That portion is called as art and culture. Why this art and culture was added? It is a topic of research, right? But you have to revise all these things. Okay. जब पानी में जाते तो क्या करें? Suppose you enter in a swimming pool. What you will do? How many of you know swimming? Only few. हम डुबकी मारते हैं. ये डुबकी मारना ही कल्चर है. Understood this? Swimming pool में जाना ये कल्चर नहीं है. Earlier government told that swimming pool is good. Now BJP government is saying that डुबकी मारना है इसके. अपने पाप गंगा में धोने चाहिए. Understood this? So ये गवर्नमेंटल अप्रोच है जो हमको फॉलो करनी है. इसमें nothing personal in this. कल्चर बहुत है. हिंदू कल्चर भी है, मुस्लिम कल्चर भी है, क्रिश्चियन कल्चर भी है. In modern age, I will teach you Gothic style of architecture. In medieval, I will teach you Mughal architecture. In ancient, we will teach Buddhist architecture, temple architecture. So art and culture is a very wide topic, but UPSC अभी आसान सवाल आपको सबसे पूछे. इतना क्लियर समझ में आया? अभी कोई important topic in ancient India. Right now, important topic in ancient India. समझ में आ रहा है तुम लोगों को? Everybody getting clear? Confirm? देखो, कंटेंट की कोई कमी नहीं है. I am not here to give you notes to write facts. I am here to make you people understand history. Once you understand, the job will be far easy for you. You have to understand history logically with background. आप पढ़ते हैं, आप पढ़ के भूल जाते हैं. This is the problem, right? Everybody has tried history and NCERT books, but what happens that after 10 days everything is gone. History बेवफा नहीं है सर. आप लोग बेवफा हो. After 10th you started for आप कॉमर्स पढ़ेंगे, आप मैथ्स पढ़ेंगे. हिस्ट्री को तुम लोग भूल गए. आप कहते हो वो बेवफा है. वो बेवफा नहीं थी. वो आज भी वही खड़ी है जहाँ खड़ी थी, जहाँ तुमने उसको छोड़ा. तुम आगे बढ़ गए, right? So we have to go for UPSC. देखो पूरा कोई नहीं पढ़ता. UPSC is not that grade in which preparations can be handled. Even the UPSC focus, they go, they get 70-80%. ठीक है. दुश्मन को हराने के लिए उसकी स्ट्रेटेजी हमको पता. After all, you have one enemy. How much powerful the enemy is, you should know before that. अगर तुमको ये पता है कि दुश्मन के पास क्या हथियार है या दुश्मन कहाँ हमला करेगा, you can safeguard yourself. कितने बच्चे यहाँ सिलेक्शन के लिए आए? आप खड़े करो. How many are here for selection? I think everybody. कोई फेल होने के लिए नहीं आया. In this process, this is process of elimination. हम किसी भी स्टेज में रिजेक्ट ना हो, इसलिए यहाँ. You're getting my point? We should not be rejected either in pre, mains or interview. If we cross these three stages, we are already in the job. What job? It depends upon your destiny and it depends upon your marks. Everybody needs proper IAS, top 50, top 100. Some dream, some people dream of last rank. कि कुछ भी मिल जाए, we will be happy. उनको कुछ नहीं मिलता है, प्लानिंग्स वगैरह, लास्ट की एग्जाम. Hope the English medium people, they qualify proper seats. अगर आप आगे देखेंगे रिजल्ट, first 200 people, rarely there is any Hindi medium. This job is for English medium. This is our tradition, which we have been doing the tradition. Right? English medium का क्या होगा? बैच कितना सा होगा? टीचर कैसा होगा? सिलेक्शन इतना होगा. हिंदी मीडियम में बैच जितना बड़ा होगा, 700-800 स्टूडेंट बैठे होंगे थिएटर में. बैच छूटेगा लेकिन शो छूटा है पिक्चर हॉल का. टीचर एकदम विवेकानंद टाइप, ये सारी किताबें रखी हुई है, कोई भी कहीं से पूछ लो. सिलेक्शन इतना, दूसरी लाइन पर से लोगों को सिलेक्शन और हिंदी मीडियम सिलेक्ट हो. So be prepared that people among you will follow. ठीक है, ये बात समझ में आ रही है? English medium people are very lucky because half of the job has been done by your parents when they started your education in a English convent. All are from convents, English mediums, right? So half the job has been done by the earlier teachers. 50% I have to do. I will do my job. Rest it is up. अब देखो स्ट्रेटेजी बनानी, ठीक है. Not all topics are important, right? Only few topics are important. So you should know important topics of every subject, not only for history, but for politics. Fundamental rights are important. This is important. Okay. So you have to do the smart work in important topics only. समझ में आया? देखो, first important topic is Indus Valley civilization. First important topic is Indus Valley civilization. And why this is important? Why Indus Valley is important? Every Indian should know that our ancestors built a civilization which was urban in nature. And that too 5,000 years back. 5,000 years back, Katrina was swimming in swimming pool. Understood this? So this is our ancestry. That people living here, and of course this has been proved by DNA research. That the original DNA of Indians is an indigenous DNA. Indigenous people have migrated through this land. They may have originated in Africa, but during the stage of Homo erectus 180 million years ago, during the age of Homo habilis, these people migrated to this land. Number of theories will be discussed when we will discuss in this slide. So first thing is you should feel proud. समझ लो, ठीक है. सेकंड लिखो, वैदिक एज. वैदिक एज टाइम पीरियड भी लिख लो, 1500 to 600. 1500 to 600. 1500 BC to 600 BC. वैदिक एज. किसी भी एग्जाम का पेपर उठा के देखना, you can see any paper. The first question from history will be from either Indus or Vedic. They both are like husband and wife. ये नहीं तो वो, घर पे कोई तो होगा. Understood? Next topic is Buddhism. Next topic is Buddhism. See, if UPSC will ask question from Islam, minority community will get an edge. Right or wrong? अगर आपसे पूछा जाए कुरान की आयत नंबर 30 नंबर इसमें क्या लिखा है? Anybody will tell? Not possible. But if they will ask you question from Hinduism, very deep, पार्वती के कितने बच्चे थे? You think that any Muslim candidate will be Able to give the answer? No. So UPSC took the middle path. Middle path is Buddhism and Jainism. In Buddhism and Jainism, Buddhism is very important because Buddhism is not only a topic, but Buddhism survived 1000 years in India till it was completely vanished, eliminated from India. So in ancient India, the most important religion, according to UPSC, is Buddhism. So one question. Okay, it is a middle path. Religion उन लोगों ने इसी में खत्म कर. Next देखो, Mauryan Empire. Mauryan Empire. Mauryan Empire आप लोग समझते हो चंद्रगुप्त अशोक कितना बना है? Mauryan Empire is important. एक क्वेश्चन दो क्वेश्चन पक्का. Okay, अब देखो. Now the complex nature of ancient Indian history comes into play. So this was divided into three parts. Why three parts? Because of these Vindhyachal mountains. Naam suna hai? Everybody? So the natural barrier which divided North and South India, this barrier was created naturally. So there will be difference in culture here and at the top. If UPSC wants to make question papers simple, they will ask from North. Okay? Why from North India? Because this age in North India is called as dark age. Dark age समझते हो? What is dark age? Dark room खेला बचपन में? हम लोग लाइट बंद कर देते थे फिर ढूंढते थे. किसी ने खेला तो हम लोग के टाइम में तो लाइट आती नहीं. Everything was dark. ठीक है. अब अगर वो डार्क एज से क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे सर, तो दे विल आस्क यू क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम इंडो ग्रीक्स. नाम सुना है इनका? नहीं सुना? चकास का नाम सुना है? कुशारात का नाम सुना है? नाम सुना कि नहीं सुना? बाकी मैं बता दूंगा, डोंट वरी. At least you people must have heard the names of headings. So if UPSC wants to give a simple question from this, 5-6 सवाल आएंगे एंशिएंट से, डोंट वरी. They will ask from dark age, right? अब अगर वो थोड़ा टफ करेंगे क्वेश्चन को, they will enter here. थोड़ा नीचे आ जाएंगे. नीचे क्या टफनेस है? कैसे? पेनिनसुलर इंडिया के अंदर we have a topic called सातवाहनास. नाम सुना है इनका? सातवाहना kings of this area only. गौतमी पुत्र सता करनी and like this. नाम नहीं सुना? सुना? राइट, पेनिनसुलर इंडिया. यहां से पूछेंगे. मेगालिथिक कल्चर ऑफ डेक्कन, यहां से पूछेंगे. और अगर वो डीप में गए कि अब की बार तो बस बम लगा के उड़ाई दो बच्चों को, दे विल आस्क क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम संगम में. बोलो जाओ बोलो. Why Sangam age? This dark age continued from 300 BC to 300 AD. For 600 years period was totally dark. Why dark? Absence of sources, absence of material. Okay, right? This again is the dark age. Why? Absence of mind. आदमी नहीं पढ़ सकता इसको. अब नॉर्थ इंडिया के बच्चे से क्या उम्मीद कर रहे हैं कि वो साउथ इंडिया पढ़ेगा? वो भी इतने टफ वर्ड पतिनेन किल कलाकू, क्या वो लिख पाएगा? पट्टू 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 गई. So it becomes tough for those who have not read it. UPSC is asking very simple questions, but because आप लोग हथियार पहले ही डाल देते हो, सर संगम एज नहीं पढ़ेंगे. मैंने देखा, मैंने पढ़ाया है. In optional we teach संगम एज for 20 long hours. उस समय कोई फोन लेके बाहर निकलता है, कोई किसी बहाने से बाहर निकलता है, वो फिर कभी आता नहीं. मैं जानता हूँ जो जा रहा है ना वो गया, बट जो लोग रुक जाते हैं, they are the real warriors. कि नहीं सर हम पढ़ेंगे. After all, history is a simple subject. Vocabulary is tough. और संगम एज का सवाल जिसने राइट कर लिया, अगर 2 सवाल आए तो सही कर लिए, you are clearing free. Some topics are so such great topics अगर आपने उसके सवाल कर लिए, क्योंकि एवरीबडी, दोज पीपल हु आर फेलिंग इन प्री आर ओनली 2-3 मार्क्स लेस फ्रॉम कट ऑफ लिस्ट। एक कट ऑफ के 2 या 3 नंबर ही पीछे वो सारे बच्चे होते हैं जो टैलेंटेड होते हैं, चैलेंजिंग होते हैं, बट बिकॉज ऑफ सम रीजन दे हैव नॉट क्रॉस दैट। तो मैक्सिमम फेलियर्स आपको ये बोलते हुए मिलेंगे, सर 2 नंबर से फ्री रह गया, 4 नंबर से फ्री रह गया। क्यों? फाइट उसकी नहीं है जिसके 30 नंबर आ रहे हैं, फाइट उन्हीं लोगों के बीच में जो हथियार चलाना जानते हैं। जिसने कभी हथियार उठाया ही नहीं, कोचिंग की फीस दी, 2 महीने में समझ गया कि नहीं हो सकता अपने से, वो बाहर घूम रहा है, मौज ले रहा है, वो प्री दिखाने के लिए गया, देने के लिए कि पापा क्या बोलेंगे। फाइट उन बच्चों से नहीं है, फाइट इन्हीं बच्चों से है। इतना क्लियर हो गया? इसको लिख लो। नेक्स्ट इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक इज कुशाना, इंडो ग्रीक। कुशाना, इंडो ग्रीक। कुशाना, इंडो ग्रीक। शकास, Satavahanas. Your peninsular Indian history starts from here, right? Okay. Satavahanas. Sometimes also called as Satavahanas kings. 450 years second was ruled by those kings. Okay. Only we have names of 31 or 32 kings given in the list is given in the Puranas. Right? Sangam age. Now next important topic is Gupta age. Gupta age. The golden period of ancient Indian history. Gupta. Gupta. Gupta age. Next is Harshvardhan. Harshvardhan, the last Hindu king. Harshvardhan, the last Hindu king. Okay, Cholas, Imperial Cholas, ऐसे लिखो. Imperial Cholas, picture भी बनी है. If people see movies, history वाली देख लेना. Okay, Game of Thrones देखा है? देखा है? बस सही. You will understand. Don't worry. Cholas देख लिया? Imperial Cholas देख लिया? अब देखो sources of Indian history. Sources of Indian history. Sources of Indian history. Next topic है ये. Okay. Sources of Indian history. Sources समझते हैं आप लोग? Sources is the textual references. They are in different forms, like books written during that time in Sanskrit, in Prakrit. Okay. Next important source is inscriptions. Inscriptions क्या होते हैं? Anything written on a stone, on a tablet, on a copper plate, bronze plate, are inscriptions. Right? Even on the walls of the temple. वो लिखा मिलेगा, वही whole inscription. रवि कीर्ति. ऐसे करके मैं आपको बताऊंगा एंशिएंट कॉइन्स. सिक्के. सिक्के जानते हैं? पक्का? ओके, टेल मी व्हाट इज कॉइन. व्हाट इज द कॉइन? हाउ आर पीपल डू इट? It is a medium of, okay, cows were also medium of exchange. This definition is not sufficient. What is coin? And when the first coin was minted concept, Japan. A coin is a metal piece of different, can be of different shape. It has a standard value and it can be used as a medium of exchange. The first coin was minted in a city called Lida in Turkey. Okay, लिखने की जरूरत नहीं है. I will make you explain. I will give you notes for it. Right? So coins even tell us about ancient things and their history. Okay. So like this is a very topic. ये उतना आसान जितना लग रहा है उतना ये है नहीं. We will be separate videos, right? Ancient Indian के जितने topics अगर आप कर लेंगे, if you will prepare these many topics of ancient India, then also it will be sufficient. You will be in the attacking mode with the confidence that no, we have prepared it. पहले ऐसा होता था कि बच्चे इंडियन इंडिया पढ़ते नहीं थे because maximum questions were asked from modern India. 12-13 questions were coming from modern India. Students were very happy. Why modern India? Because the Congress knew that in modern history, person from north, south, as well as India, they know modern India. वो कहते थे ये देश नेहरू और गांधी का देश है. बीजेपी आई है वो कहती है ये देश रामचंद्र का देश है. कृष्ण का. तो पॉलिसी चेंज. Okay, and you have to remember this. तो उनको राजनीतिक धर्म निभाना है. पीएम बन करके मैडम अगर आप पीएम बन गए और 500 हिंदुओं की भीड़ खड़ी है और 500 मुसलमानों की भीड़ खड़ी है, आप क्या करें? आमने सामने खड़ी है और दे आर वेटिंग फॉर द थॉट्स. दे आर वो उबले हुए गुस्से में और बीच में आपकी चीफ खड़ी है. वो हर स्टैंड मिलेगा पीएम एंड सिचुएशन. Anybody? Yes.
So I would tell them that religion is not important, first of all, in books.
Oh. Study बड़ा नहीं निकालेगा जो. ये तो हमको आपको पता है ना. हमको नहीं पता. Uneven management. किसको भेजते हैं? इसके ग्राम इस हाँ हाँ डाइवर्ट कैसे डाइवर्ट? हाँ ये भी डाइवर्ट. 90% होता है. और दोनों के बीच में ये है. दोनों के बीच में थोड़ी मांडवली करवाना. मांडवली करवाना. मतलब पूरा एकदम से सबका नहीं पूछेंगे. थोड़े इधर मानेंगे थोड़े इधर मानेंगे. And that means to maintain peace. ठीक है दोनों की पिटाई. 10 लोग मेरा इनको मारो 10 मेरा इनको मारो दोनों को मारो. क्योंकि राज धर्म से ऊपर and you are preparing for. Class is neither Hindu nor Muslim nor Christian. Teacher is neither Hindu nor Muslim. Teacher is a teacher. That is my point. You cannot show your fundamentalism in paper. They will catch you from your main copy itself. How much fundamentalist you are. And in interview, a psychologist will be sitting there. They will ask you questions. You will reply in a very calm manner, and they will know how much fundamentalist you are. So these are fundamentalist. If you want to clear this. Understood this? But we always recall less important topics for ancient India. Less important कहाँ क्या है? ये जब आप पढ़ लोगे तब आप उनको पढ़ोगे. Less important topics. Less important topics. Less important समझ रहे हो? Political history of देखो political history of Rajput. Political history of Rajput. Okay. Prehistory. Prehistory समझते हैं आप लोग? Prehistory. Second. Sudra period. Upanishad. Philosophy. Sudra period. Upanishad. Philosophy. Alexander invasion. Alexander invasion. Mahajanpal. Mahajanpal. History of small kingdoms. History of small kingdoms. Dhanasang or republics. Dhanasang and republics. So these are some topics which will come. देखिए होता क्या है, whenever a big empire is established, big empire समझ लो, या तो तुम्हारे पास छोटा घर होगा, तो तुम्हारे पास बड़ा घर होगा, ठीक है। जब भी बड़ा घर टूटेगा तो वो छोटे छोटे टुकड़ों में टूटेगा, राइट। तो whenever a empire will decline, what will happen? It will disintegrate into small states. So the those history of those states are not very important. UPSC is very fond of asking questions from the rise, not from the decline. Okay, decline जो लोग पढ़ते हैं, इंटरेस्ट लेते हैं, they decline themselves. आप समझ में आ रही है? तो कोई भी टॉपिक होगा हिस्ट्री का, that will be rise of Chola Empire, rise of Mughal Empire, rise of Guptas. So questions will be basically concentrated from the rise, not from the fall. Very rarely they ask questions, who was the last king of the dynasty? लास्ट में रखा ही क्या है यार, पिक्चर पूरी हो गई, अब क्या दिक्कत है, खेलने वाले खिलाड़ी आए, खेल के चले गए। Understood this? So you have to concentrate yourself in the rise of the dynasty. Decline also. Instead of asking the last thing, they will ask questions from art and culture. अब देखो important topics of अच्छा था books. Books for ancient India. आप लोगों के पास कौन सी किताब है? Books from ancient India. What books you have? Online में कुछ बच्चे हैं क्या? We have online students. There is no remark from them. चलो ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं। देखो बुक्स कौन सी किताब है आपके पास में? आर शर्मा है, सबके पास है? नहीं है? भैया है? और कोई? कब बोलना शुरू करोगे यार? तमिलनाडु वाली है? और कोई? आर शर्मा सबके पास हो जाएगी, अवेलेबल है? ओके, आर शर्मा आफ्टर 50 पेज, 50 पन्ने के बाद शुरू करना, ठीक है। फर्स्ट 50 पेजेस आर यूजलेस फॉर यू पीपल, ओके। और रीड दिस हेडिंग्स फ्रॉम आर एस शर्मा, इतना क्लियर हो जाएगा। अब लिखो एनसीईआरटी, अगेन आर एस शर्मा, एनसीईआरटी आर एस शर्मा, क्लास 11। कोई ऑप्शनल का बच्चा तो नहीं है? एनी स्टूडेंट हु इज हैविंग ऑप्शनल हिस्ट्री? फिर बात ऑप्शनल है, फिर बाद में मिलेंगे, ठीक है, अभी नहीं। अब क्या बचेगा? और कोई मटेरियल यहाँ पे चलता है लोकली, इसको तुम लोग तैयार करते हो, यू कैन शो इट टू मी, आई विल गिव माय एक्सपर्ट ओपिनियन, ठीक है। डोंट चेंज टू मैनी बुक्स, बहुत सारी किताबें पढ़ के सिलेक्शन नहीं हो। आर एस शर्मा ने दी, इट इज सफिशिएंट, देयर इज नो टाइम गिव इट टू, ठीक है। उसके बाहर से नहीं आएगा, डोंट वरी, मैं अच्छे से प्रिपेयर कराऊंगा आप लोगों को। आई एम नॉट हियर, आई एम नॉट बाउंडेड विद टाइम एक्चुअली, आई डोंट टेक क्लासेस वेयर देयर इज टाइम लिमिट, टाइम बाउंडेशन। होता है टीचर का जिंदगी में चलता है, बाद में वो भागता है, then he finishes the course and he takes those out. This is not the correct way. Way is to teach and to satisfy the student. You should be satisfied first. Today, sir, we are getting the real. Okay, for that, only one operation I need from you. Don't miss the इफ यू आर नॉट हियर प्लीज, क्यों एक बार अगर ट्यूनिंग बैठ गई तो विद दैट ट्यूनिंग ओनली वी हैव टू कंप्लीट अ वेरी लॉन्ग कोर्स। इतना लंबा सिलेबस है कि लास्ट डे यू योरसेल्फ विल से गुड बाय टू मी कि सर अब जाओ। हियर नाउ वी आर फेड अप ऑफ हिस्ट्री। अब लिखो मेडिकल, मेडिकल क्वेश्चंस जो होते हैं यूपीएससी मेडिकल के साथ खेल खेलती है, दे प्ले ट्रिक्स। कभी 2 क्वेश्चन पूछे जाए, कभी 3 पूछे जाए मेडिकल। और जब वो लोग ये देखेंगे कि बच्चे सवाल गलत कर रहे हैं तो एक साल में 5 पूछते हैं। आप जो सवाल गलत करते हो यूपीएससी उसको एनालाइज करती है। जैसे जब तक बच्चे आर्ट एंड कल्चर के क्वेश्चन गलत कर रहे थे तब तक यूपीएससी आर्ट एंड कल्चर के क्वेश्चन दे रही थी। जब उनको लगा कि आर्ट एंड कल्चर के क्वेश्चन बच्चे सही करने लगे, इट मींस दैट द फुल लॉट हैज बीन टॉट आर्ट एंड कल्चर, दे अगेन स्विच टू मॉडर्न। आफ्टर ऑल यूपीएससी कैसे पैटर्न सेलेक्ट करती है? 5 लाख बच्चे जो प्री दे रहे हैं उसमें से 15,000 बच्चों को वो कैसे सेलेक्ट करती है? सेलेक्ट ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ योर मिस्टेक्स। नहीं समझ में आ रहा? नहीं आ रहा? देखिए 2023 के पेपर के अंदर प्री में बच्चों ने मेनली आर्ट एंड कल्चर के सवाल सही कर। तो जब वो पेपर का एनालिसिस करेंगे तो उनको पता चलेगा कि बच्चे आर्ट एंड कल्चर के सवाल सही कर रहे हैं, राइट, और मॉडल भी गलत करने लग गए हैं। तो 2024-25 में उन्होंने क्या किया? उन्होंने मॉडल के सवाल बढ़ा दिए। उसको कैसे पता चला कि आपकी मॉडल कमजोर हो गई 10 साल के अंदर? बाय द एनालिसिस ऑफ द प्री क्वेश्चंस। So that is why UPSC keeps on changing the pattern and you have to be ready. जिस पैटर्न पे आप तैयारी कर रहे हो वो तो तैयार करना ही करना है, साथ में यू हैव टू वर्क ऑन प्लान बी ऑल्सो। देन ओनली, क्यों? क्योंकि अगली बार जब आप लोग मेंस दोगे या इंटरव्यू में जाओगे यू विल नॉट हैव टाइम टू प्रिपेयर फॉर प्री। प्री की तैयारी लाइफ में एक ही बार होती है, दैट ईयर इज दिस ईयर। एक बार आप प्री देने की तैयारी कर दीजिए, कोई भी प्री नहीं छूटेगा, ना स्टेट का ना यूपीएससी का, बिकॉज यू हैव टू अपग्रेड योर लेवल टू अ लिमिट। एक बार इस लिमिट के ऊपर की तैयारी हो गई, ऑल द प्री विल बी क्लियर। आपने सुना होगा 17 प्री क्लियर किए, 18 प्री क्लियर किए, क्यों? आपकी तैयारी प्री। एक बार आपकी तैयारी मेंस लेवल की हो गई, एवरी टाइम यू विल क्लियर मेंस एंड यू विल फाइट फॉर इंटरव्यू। सुना होगा 7 इंटरव्यू दिए, 8 इंटरव्यू दिए, सुना ऐसा नहीं सुना? दिस हैपेंस। अभी आप लोग कहां पर हो? यू आर समवेयर हियर, यू हैव टू गेट द पुश टू क्लियर प्री। कितने लोग इस बात दे रहे हो? How many students are going for pre this time in 2026? ठीक है, आप लोग एनसीईआरटी पढ़ना, उससे ज्यादा कुछ मत पढ़ना। ओके, जो लोग 27 में दे रहे हैं, कितने लोग 27 में दे रहे हैं? यू कैन गो फॉर सम एक्स्ट्रा रीडिंग्स ऑफ हिस्ट्री, यू हैव टाइम। क्लियर? जो लोग इस साल दे रहे हैं, योर टाइम स्टार्ट्स नाउ, बी वेरी वेरी सीरियस। ठीक है, आगे बढ़े। जनता मेडिकल, देखिए अरब इन्वेजन टॉपिक्स, अरब इन्वेजन, टर्किश इन्वेजन, अरब इन्वेजन, टर्किश इन्वेजन। टर्किश लिख लोगे? टर्किश इन्वेजन, राइट। दिल्ली सल्तनत, दिल्ली सल्तनत, मुगल्स, दिल्ली सल्तनत, मुगल्स, भक्ति सूफी, दिल्ली सल्तनत, मुगल्स, भक्ति सूफी, विजयनगर, भक्ति सूफी, विजयनगर। You people know that these are profits. Everybody. बस मुझे दीजिए. ठीक. देखिए मॉडर्न इंडिया. बुक्स लिख लो. सतीश चंद्र एनसीआर. है ये वाली ग्रीन बुक. सतीश चंद्र एनसीआर है आप लोगों के पास में? है. इनको देखो मॉडर्न इंडिया. The decline of Mughals. Modern India. Decline of Mughals. Rise of Marathas under Peshwa. Which Peshwa was most important? Bajirao. Which Peshwa was called Lightning Peshwa? Why Bajirao was important? He expanded Maratha Empire from attack to attack. Anything else? He regained the proud of the people of this land by attacking the Mughals directly, by capturing what is called as Delhi. Right? Even ये मैं बताऊंगा जब मैं आपको मॉडल पढ़ाऊंगा. रंगीला का नाम सुना है तुम लोगों? रंगीला का नाम नहीं सुना? मोहम्मद शाह रंगीला. उनकी बातें तो बाद में बताऊंगा. आगे बंद करके बताऊंगा. For some time might will be switched off. Very important. खतरनाक हमला था दिल्ली पे जो रंगीला था, क्योंकि बाजीराव के पिता ने ही रंगीला को बादशाह बनाया था. पेशवा बालाजी विश्वनाथ went to Delhi and he chose the candidate who will become the next king of Delhi. See the Maratha power, the rise of Maratha power, right? He decided that okay, Rangila Mahmud Shah will become the king. And this man, instead of ruling, he was busy with women and wine. Right? WWW. ये हमेशा से चलता आ रहा है. रंगीला को एक बार ऐसा हुआ कि यार बाजीराव की फोटो देखी, मिल तो हो सकता नहीं था. Because Peshwa was every time busy with wars. तो इसने 4-5 पेंटर भेजे. पेंटर समझते हैं आप लोग जो पेंटिंग करते हैं. बोले यार मूर्ति बना के लाओ, पेंटिंग बना के लाओ. One of the painter was very lucky to have a glimpse of Peshwa Bajirao. That with the photo frame he went and रंगीला को वो फोटो दिखाई दी. रंगीला डर गया, सिंहासन के ऊपर बैठ गया. बाप रे बाप, ये कौन? So the figure, the painting was made in such a manner that it shook Rangila from his roots. भागा होता है, हाथ में छिपा जाए उसके. ये उसकी हालत. Just to have a photo when he was looking at the photo of Vishwavan. Clear? आगे बढ़े. देखो मॉडर्न इंडिया के अंदर it is divided into topics. अभी तक क्या क्या लिखा है? Decline of Mughals, rise of Peshwa of India, Bengal, Nawabs of Bengal, Nawabs of Bengal, Nawabs of Awadh and Hyderabad. Bengal, Hyderabad and Awadh. Awadh. Nadir Shah and Ahmad Shah. Next topic. Nadir Shah and Ahmad Shah. And Ahmad Shah. Okay. East India Company, EIC. Establishment of British rule. Establishment of British rule. Governor Generals. हमारे माई बाप. Governor Generals. देखा Governor Generals. The revolt of 1857. Revolt of 1857. Acts. Acts समझते हैं आप लोग? Parliamentary Acts. पॉलिटी वाली टीचर ने पढ़ाया आप लोगों को? कितनी कितनी एक्स पढ़ा दी? रिमेनिंग में पढ़ा दूंगा। 1935 का पढ़ाया आएगा? ठीक है, बहुत बढ़िया। तो सिख सिख समझते हो? सिख अगेन, सिक्स, राइट? प्रेस प्रेस समझते हो? हिस्ट्री ऑफ प्रेस, फेमाइन्स, एग्रीकल्चर, एग्रीकल्चर, नेशनल मूवमेंट, those people who are giving free this time, for them NCERT is sufficient. Those people who are preparing for the next year, they write down book. B.L. Grover, first 350 pages. Book is B.L. Grover, Modern India. Very famous book. B.L. Grover, Modern India. कितना पढ़ना है? First 350 pages. First 350 pages. Okay. Selected topics of Bipin Chandra. Next book लिखो. Selected topics of Bipin Chandra. You will not select, I will select for you. Selected topics of Bipin Chandra. Okay, right? For those who are giving exams in 26 and 27 for both, only one book you have to read. That is Spectrum. Spectrum. It is a common book. Isn't clear? घबराओ नहीं, अभी तो टॉपिक ही डिस्कस हो रहे हैं. Have patience. Right? Now I come world history. Those who want to leave the class, they are free to leave the class. Okay? कभी कभी बिना हिस्ट्री के पढ़े भी सिलेक्शन हो जाता है. डोंट वरी. वर्ल्ड हिस्ट्री आप लोग समझते हैं? Another burden has been given to you people just because you are dreaming to become an IAS officer, and that burden is world history. World history के टॉपिक देख लो. फ्रेंच रेवोल्यूशन, रशियन रेवोल्यूशन, चाइनीज रेवोल्यूशन, इंडस्ट्रियल रेवोल्यूशन, और कितने टाइप के रेवोल्यूशन होते हैं. जेनजीज रेवोल्यूशन. Yes, I will teach 500 years after, don't worry. I will again take birth and I will again become teacher of history. एक बार सिलेबस तैयार कर लिया, उसके बाद अपडेशन करना बचता है. Right? Is there any similarity between French Revolution and Genghis Revolution of Nepal? What is the revolution? What is difference between English and revolution? तीन वर्ड्स होते हैं. मूवमेंट, मूवमेंट समझते हैं आप लोग? भक्ति मूवमेंट था. नेशनल मूवमेंट है. अनदर वर्ड इज रिवोल्ट. देखिए हम तीनों वर्ड आपको मैं बता चुका हूं. रिवोल्ट एंड थर्ड इज रेवोल्यूशन. व्हाट इज बेसिक डिफरेंस? फ्रेंच रेवोल्यूशन इज, चाइनीज रेवोल्यूशन है, इंडस्ट्रियल रेवोल्यूशन है. बच्चे दो होते हैं, हम दो, हमारे दो. दिस इज योर वर्ड. बच्चे कितने टाइप के होते हैं? ये मतलब से लड़का लड़की सबको पता है. बच्चे कितने टाइप के होते हैं? शांत और उग्र. बच्चे दो टाइप के होते हैं, जायज नाजायज. आबादी कितनी होनी चाहिए, ज्यादा या कम? हाउ मेनी पीपल आर सेइंग सर आबादी ज्यादा बढ़िया है? जितने हम उतने हमारे वंशज. पीपल आर फ्यूचर ऑफ इंडिया. क्या हुआ? बच्चे ज्यादा होने चाहिए कि कम होने चाहिए? बीच में, बीच में या बीच के? ठीक है. देखो अगर आबादी ज्यादा होगी तो क्या होगा? सीधी सी बात है सर, आबादी उतनी होनी चाहिए जितनी पैदावार होनी चाहिए, खेत में। Understood this? अगर एग्रीकल्चर आउटपुट नहीं बढ़ रहा है पॉपुलेशन के हिसाब से, तो यू विल फेस अ कंडीशन कॉल्ड फेमाइन. ओके, राइट? And when this time there will be shortage of food during this age, it will be worldwide shortage. And government are experiencing this. अगर आबादी ज्यादा होगी तो क्या होगा? रिवोल्ट या रेवोल्यूशन? देखिए, जब भी पॉपुलेशन डिसअपॉइंटेड होगी, डिसअपॉइंटेड समझते हैं आप लोग, सरकार तभी बदली जाएगी जब जनता दुखी होगी. जब तक जनता सुखी है, अब अपोजिशन कितना ही चिल्ला ले कि ये हो जाएगा, वो हो जाएगा, क्रांति हो जाएगी, कुछ नहीं होगा. जब तक आम जनता, कॉमन पीपल, दे आर एट पीस, एट ईज, when they will rise, it will become a revolution like the French people did. French people, they started the revolution just because they required bread. Bread समझते हैं आप लोग? तो जब फ्रेंच रेवोल्यूशन शुरू हुआ तो ये हुआ कि दुकानें लूटो. आप क्या लूटोगे? अगर अभी आपको मौका मिल जाए, आई एम डेड दिस टाइम, अगर अभी आपको मौका मिल जाए कि दुकानें लूटो तो क्या लूटोगे? नहीं, सोना तो लूट नहीं पाओगे, पहले गायब कर दिया जाएगा. द रेवोल्यूशन इज फॉर ब्रेड. You will plunder the bakery shops, right? But see the contribution of women in French Revolution. These women went out on the streets, and instead of bread, what they brought in their hands was soap and perfumes. So this is role of women worldwide. उनको वो अच्छा लगा, बोले ठीक है ये ले चलो. Okay, so history is not that much serious subject which people are thinking. Clear? So whenever the population will rise, it will become a revolution. Whenever a group of section of people like army, navy, they will do something to topple the government, it will become revolt. And when this revolt and revolution will be a slow process, it will become a movement. Suddenly change will be here, change will be here, change will be here. But this change will be long lasting. This change will be only for a short period of time. Understood this? So I can teach you all revolutions together. This happens when we take the target values for base. Because you have to understand the thing. अभी जो नेपाल में हुआ, नेपाल में जनता ने क्या किया? जेनजीज, आप लोगों ने क्या किया? They toppled the government, but they did not have any option. सरकार गिराने के बाद क्या करोगे? चलो गिरा दिया, मैं कहता हूँ मंत्री को पीट के मार के भगा दिया, यही तो किया. Who will become the next finance minister? तो रिवोल्ट में ऐसा ही होता है. अगर 1857 के रिवोल्ट में ये लोग जीत भी जाते, अंग्रेजों को भगा भी देते, तो फिर ये सरकार किसकी बनाते? They were ready to be ruled by the old flag of Mughals. That is why they went to Delhi. Okay, understood this? So you people in world history will read revolutions and start reading it and understanding them in the class. I will link all the topics. I can link the revolt of 1857 to the topic of world history. But that does not mean that sir is deviating from the topic. No, I am making you people enlightened so that you can understand. So this deviation will not be every time. But we have to interlink the topics. In mains, you have to write so much words. For 6 hours, you have to write constantly. So be ready for a very टफ एंड हार्ड क्लासेस। मैं बिल्कुल भी तुम्हारी मदद करने के लिए नहीं आया हूं। आई विल गिव यू नोट्स, यू कैन ओपन एनी बुक इन माई क्लास, मुझे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता। जो किताबें आपके पास में, आप जिन किताबों से पढ़ते हो, आप उसको किताब में यहाँ ला करके खोल के अपनी मीटिंग कर दो, मुझे कोई फर्क नहीं। अंडरस्टूड दिस? नेक्स्ट देखो, जर्मन यूनिफिकेशन। जर्मन यूनिफिकेशन, बिस्मार्क। जर्मन यूनिफिकेशन, बिस्मार्क। जर्मन यूनिफिकेशन, जर्मन यूनिफिकेशन अंडर बिस्मार्क। इटालियन यूनिफिकेशन, इटालियन यूनिफिकेशन, गैरिबाल्डी का नाम सुना है, मर्जीनी का नाम सुना है, देख लो। अंडर गैरिबाल्डी, मर्जीनी, and Caber, Cavour, Caber. So these words are hard for you, but I will make them simple. Don't worry. Right? The Berlin Conference. Berlin Conference. 30 years of war. 30 years of war. The First World War. Second World War. First World War. Second World War. Third World War. To be continued. I mean, Third World War. We are on the brink of the Third World War. Right? Subject में अगर कोई subject है ना सर, तो history. History is mother of all subjects. Economics. Born with a single book, Adam Smith. Hey, हम गिरा ना यूक्रेन पे, entire economics was dead. दो चार design में the entire GDP and GNP and all the factors, inflation, deflation, सब खत्म. आदमी खत्म. क्या बच गया? My subject has that thrill, that romance, that bloodshed, that love. Sometimes नहीं मिलता, नहीं मिलती शाहजहां से तुझे ताजमहल बनता। पूरा जीवन आदमी दो कमरे का घर नहीं दे पाता है, बोलता है जानू जानू जाए। तो हिस्ट्री आपको सिखाएगी। अभी को इसमें द राइज ऑफ फासिज्म, नाजिज्म या नाजी एंड फासी जर्मनी, नाजी एंड फासिज्म, नाजिज्म, फासिज्म एंड ठीक है, जैसे कि कहीं की कोई बात ठीक है, it is understood that this is possible. These are totalitarian states. जब एक लीडर आपके पूरे लाइफ स्टाइल को कंट्रोल करे, then the state will become totalitarian. बात समझ में आई? इतना क्लियर? अब एक और लिख लो, पोस्ट इंडिपेंडेंस, इसका केवल नाम ही लिख लो, बहुत है। पोस्ट इंडिपेंडेंस स्टेट, ठीक है, किताब लिख लो, बुक। I am giving you a very simple book to read. It is L. Mukherjee. अगर आपको मिले L. Mukherjee हिस्ट्री ऑफ यूरोप, 3 किताबें आती है टोटल, ऑनलाइन अवेलेबल है, 180 रुपए की सस्ती सी छोटी सी पतली सी किताब है। It is more or less like a very small book, a Hindi book, like a novel. Okay, you have to go through it, right? For those who are very much confident that they are going to clear pre, क्योंकि वर्ड हिस्ट्री तक कम आएगी जब प्री क्लियर होगा। पर इसका ये मतलब नहीं कि हम इसको छोड़ देंगे. If you clear pre without preparing the main topic, what will happen that extra burden will be added in those 2 months. Okay, so relieve that burden now. या तो आप ये सोच लो कि मुझे प्री करना ही नहीं है, then it is good. Don't go for L Mukherjee. But if you are thinking that you are going to write mains in near future and you are a very serious candidate, you have to read L Mukherjee. The next book is Norman Love, and here love is not Love, it is Lowe. Norman Love. लिख लोगे Lowe. Again, it is a very good book. ये दो किताबों से ज्यादा तुम मत पढ़ना, ठीक है. सबसे बड़ी बात यह है, देखो वर्ल्ड हिस्ट्री. इन वर्ल्ड हिस्ट्री अगली लाइन लिख लो, यहीं पर ही. इन वर्ल्ड हिस्ट्री फैक्ट्स आर नॉट रिक्वायर्ड. इन वर्ल्ड हिस्ट्री फैक्ट्स आर नॉट रिक्वायर्ड, only analysis is required. In world history, facts are not required, only analysis is required. Only analysis is required. Clear? हो गया? अब बताओ, I am giving you one chance. From which history you people want to start? देखो एंशिएंट पढ़ाऊंगा तो कल सुबह तक तुम्हारा मर्डर हो जाएगा, ठीक है. देखिए, जो ट्यूनिंग चाहिए एंशिएंट को समझाने के लिए, it will come over a period of time. See, I can start with intermediary, I can start with history, I can start with world history. It hardly matters to me. I don't have any preferences. कि मुझे कौन सी हिस्ट्री, मुझे सारी पढ़ाना है. But it depends upon the tuning between you and me. We will be establishing medieval India. Okay, in 5-7 days you will finish this medieval India. Then you will start modern India, because medieval is the base for the modern India. After doing modern India, you will be very happy that we have covered two history, medieval and modern. Then we can take up ancient India, because we cannot take art and culture directly. For that we have to read ancient India. After reading art, ancient India, you will go for art and culture. So like this, your pre-package will be over. Pre-package समझ रहे हो? Whatever is required for pre, it will be over with some energy left. That energy will be used in world history. Because world history is not relevant for pre, and to read world history, we have a very different approach. I can start world history itself, abhi, but that will totally change your mind. देखिए, that what is very important, what is your concern is to clear pre. है बात बेसिक नहीं कि सर कैसे भी हमारा प्री निकलवा दो. In 15 or 17 question of history, at least we should give answers for 13 to 14 questions, and that answer should be correct. नेगेटिव मार्किंग है ना. मैं कहता हूँ अगर 15-17 सवाल पूछे गए हिस्ट्री के, मिनिमम आपको 14 सवाल करने हैं सर. 14 सवाल अगर आप करेंगे, 14 में अगर आपके 13 भी सही है, you are clearing pre. On the basis of traditional subjects, static subject, static and dynamic. Static subject में अगर हिस्ट्री, ज्योग्राफी, पॉलिटी अगर आप लोगों ने ढंग से तैयार कर दिया है, कि you can write answers for mains also and you can solve the pre question, you are going to clear. आपका मेंस में क्या होगा मैं नहीं जानता, but with this traditional approach, every student has this approach to go for the traditional subjects first, prepare them, make notes, keep them, revise those notes when you start your pre-revision. Revision is most important. Revision के लिए I will give you the method. करना कुछ नहीं है, you have to be very sincere in the class. केवल तुमको कहानी सुननी है. I am going to explain you all the events in a story type, in a storytelling manner. You have to remember that story, remember the characters, and you have to revise. आप लोग क्या गलती करते हो? आप लोग रिवीजन नहीं करते. जब आप रिवीजन नहीं करते हो तो आप भूल जाते हो. जो लोग रिवाइज करते हैं उनको थोड़ा बहुत याद रहता है, Division के बाद you have to discuss history with your friend or in the group. I will make you use this. शुरू करें मेडिकल से, लिखो पहले टॉपिक कमिंग ऑफ अरब इन्वेजन्स. Arab invasions. Arab invasions. The first topic is Arab invasion. Right? देखिए, अब पेन रख दो. No need to write anything. Just listen for 15 minutes. Okay? Full topic. Explain. फिर आपको लिखा दूंगा important चीज. Don't learn. देखिए, whatever wealth was acquired by Indians in ancient India, it was kept safe here. Okay, everybody knew that this country, it was called as land of golden sparrows. सोने की चिड़िया का देश इसको बोला जाता था. Even now, this Diwali, this सोने की चिड़िया has reappeared. When this JP Morgan and this all research bodies, they came to know that India is having 35,000 crores of gold in their household. So our ancestors knew the importance of gold from the very beginning of the civilization. Clear? So our ancestors, they accumulated the wealth over generations, and this wealth accumulation is in our culture. हमारे यहाँ लड़की की शादी तय होती है, we buy gold. मुर्दा जाता है, we keep gold in his mouth and silver coins in his hand. कि वो पैदल पार करनी पड़ेगी तो नाव वाले को दे देना. So this is the importance. Gold and silver flows in our culture. Understood this? और जब आपका घर अमीर होगा तो लुटेरे आएंगे ही आएंगे. So India was not invaded every time. They came to India. Vasco da Gama was not the first person to discover India. भाई हमको क्या discover करोगे यार? We were having 27% of the world trade at that time in our pocket. Currently, the trade is not more than 2% world trade. So for 1500 years, India was at the top. India and China both were the topmost countries which dominated the world in trade. China was for silk, India was for. Okay, we will discuss that in economic history, don't worry. Why this Arab invasion topic became very important? See, this is Akhand Bharat. What you say, whatever you say, leftover India, whatever, right? Okay, and this part is called Sindh. Okay, earlier India was up till here, Makran Port, the borders of Iran. Then, right, कपड़ा धुलता गया और छोटा होता चला गया. अब क्या हुआ? What was new in this age? Right? You people have heard about the establishment of Islam. It was established by Prophet Muhammad. The holy book is Quran. Right? So after the death of Prophet Muhammad, a system of Khalifa was established. Khalifa. नाम सुना कभी? Every religion has a top boss, head. हिंदुओं का हेड कौन है? क्रिश्चियंस का कौन है? Christian religion is headed by Pope. नाम सुना पोप का? Lives in Vatican City, Rome. Right? Hinduism, the religion itself is headed by Shankaracharya. हमारे पीठ होते हैं, वो इनके हेड होते हैं. Okay, the religious discourse or the religious things will be discussed, and the final verdict will be given by the Shankaracharya. Every Hindu accepts it. In a similar manner, the institution of Khalifa, Khilafat was established by after the death of Prophet Muhammad. Understood this? आगे बढ़ें. Okay. अब ये जो खलीफा थे, their headquarter was Medina. Medina समझते हो? There are two places, Makkah and Medina. Makkah was a holy place. Medina was again a holy place. Slowly and slowly, what happened that after the establishment of Islam, within 100 years of establishment of Islam, the religion was spreading at a very fast speed. This again is one of the mysterious questions of for the historians of the world, that how within 100 years of the establishment of Islam, the religion came to every nook and corner of the world. दुनिया के कोने कोने तक इस्लाम कैसे फैला, ये अपने आप में आज तक एक ऐसा सवाल है जिसका सही जवाब कोई नहीं दे पाया. But in this 100 years of spread of Islam, Islam reached the borders of. How it reached, that is different. Clear? Right? So the Khalifa who was head of Islam at that time. Head आप लोग अब समझ गए? Okay, I will not complicate the things. In 711 AD, what happened? What was the most important thing was that the king of Sri Lanka accepted Islam. किसमें बोलूं, हिंदी में कि इंग्लिश में, ये बताओ. दोनों. In 711 AD, the king of Sri Lanka accepted Islam. Okay, the Khalifa at that time was living in Baghdad. Baghdad समझते हैं आप लोग? बगदाद कहां पड़ता है? बगदाद कहां पड़ेगा? इराक. कौन सी प्लेस है? बगदाद. The Khalifa was Abbasid Khalifa. It was the Caliphate in Baghdad was established by Shah Abbas. He was called with the name Abbasid Caliphate. Okay. So what happened that in the year 711, the king of Sri Lanka accepted Islam, and to pay tribute, homage, honor, respect to the Khalifa, he sent a ship full of treasure. So this ship, which now started sailing from Sri Lanka to Baghdad, right? At that time there was no compass. Compass nahi bana tha. So this ship, it traveled from port to port. Port to port, समझ रहे आप लोग? Without compass, you cannot go directly to Baghdad. You cannot go into deep waters, international waters, not possible. So this ship, which was carrying some females and of course a large amount of treasure, has started his journey. उसने अपनी यात्रा शुरू कर दी. हर बंदरगाह जहां पर वो जाकर रुकता था, वहां पर लोग इसके बारे में बातें करते यार. Right? कोई आया, मैंने देखी भी है. So what happened that the pirates, they came to know about the treasure, and these pirates, they plundered this ship near a port which was called Devon. And this area of sin was ruled by King Dahir. This area of sin was ruled by King Dahir. Right? अब जब इस खजाने को यही लूट लिया गया, तो बगदाद क्या पहुंचा? आपको लगता है उन्होंने लड़के को छोड़ा होगा? लड़कियां भी गई, खजाना भी गया, तो बगदाद क्या पहुंचा? खाली शिप. वो पहुंच के क्या करेगा? केवल खबर पहुंची. Only the news reached Baghdad to Khalifa that King Dahir have taken your treasure, and of course the woman. Right? Khalifa ने चिट्ठी लिखी. Khalifa wrote a letter to King Dahir inquiring about the whereabouts of the ship. Khalifa ने चिट्ठी लिख के पूछा कि दाहिर, मेरा खजाना कहां गया? दाहिर ने कहा मुझे नहीं पता भाई, समुद्र का मैं राजा नहीं हूं. I rule only the land. वहां क्या होगा मुझे क्या पता? Dahir was very confident about his power, and this was not the first time that Khalifa will be sending an army to teach Dahir a lesson. ये पहली बार नहीं था जब खलीफा दाहिर को सबक सिखाने के लिए सेना भेज रहा था. Understood this? पहले भी दो लोगों ने कोशिश करी थी. First, Ubaydullah and Umar, they tried Udair, but they failed. Tahir को लगा क्या कर लेगा यार? He wrote a letter, he gave the reply, and everything was over. But this time Khalifa was very much shocked. That is why Khalifa informed the governor of Iraq. Baghdad is the capital, Iraq will be the country. Al-Hajjaj. This governor was given the responsibility to carry out the most brutal attack on the king's guy. This time the army will be sent, will be the strongest army under the strongest commander. For this, Al-Hajjaj chose a young lad of 17 years. तुम सब 17 साल प्लस। एक 17 साल के जवान लड़के को इस काम के लिए चुना गया, उसका नाम था मोहम्मद बिन कासिम. This Qasim was fighting somewhere in Oman when he got the news that your next expedition will be on Sindh. He was assisted, given a large army by Khalifa, by Al-Hajjaj, and the next year he appeared near the port of Devan with a large army. Now the armies were facing each other. They were ready for the war. Qasim defeated King Dahir in number of battles, like the Battle of Alor, the Battle of Rawar, the Battle of Devan, and the Battle of Brahmanapal. And the Battle of Brahmanapal. पहले दिन की लड़ाई में ही राजा दाहिर मारे गए. अगले दिन दाहिर की रानीबाई ने जंग लड़ी, वो भी मारी गई. The entire family of Dahir was either captured or they did not survive this war. Sindh पे कब्जा करने के बाद, after capturing Sindh, Qasim went further, expanded, and next he captured Multan. मुल्तान से तो इनको इतना खजाना मिला था कि एक पूरा का पूरी बिल्डिंग जो गोल आकार में थी उसको सोने से भर दिया गया था. Everybody gave whatever he had just to save his life. Number of people accepted Islam. कासिम ने ये खजाना और कुछ औरतों को शिप में भर के बगदाद के लिए रवाना कर दिया. The job was done. But two ladies, you have to remember the names. राजा दाहिर की एक लड़की का नाम था सूरज देवी और एक का नाम था परमल देवी. इन दोनों लड़कियों को जब खलीफा के पास भेजा गया तो खलीफा के पास पहुंच करके इन्होंने कासिम की शिकायत कर दी. इन्होंने कहा कि कासिम has molested us. This charge of molestation was sufficient for Khalifa's head. खलीफा को जब भी पता चला कि कासिम और कासिम के लोगों ने इनके साथ गलत बर्ताव किया है, ऐसा बर्ताव तो नहीं करना चाहिए किसी भी महिला के साथ. खलीफा खुश होगा या दुखी होगा? दुखी होगा. Khalifa wrote a letter to Dahir that Dahir, you have been charged with such charges, right? So it is better that either I should punish you or you should punish yourself. Qasim was very loyal servant of Khalifa. The charges which were placed against him, their penalty was only death. Qasim ने अपनी गर्दन कटवा करके अपने ही सर को खलीफा के पास भिजवा. खलीफा ने वो सर सूरज देवी और परमल देवी, उसका सर देकर के सूरज देवी और परमल देवी हंसने लगी. उन्होंने बताया कि कासिम पे गुनाह था. अब खलीफा को गुस्सा आएगा कि खुशी में गुस्सा. खलीफा इन दोनों लड़कियों को क्या सजा देगा जिनके झूठ बोलने पर कासिम की मौत हुई? खलीफा क्या सजा देगा? मैडम आप खुद तो क्या सजा? सपोज करिए आप खलीफा हो, मौत तो वो चाह ही रही थी ना. सजा ऐसी होनी चाहिए कि आदमी टाइम पे क्या सजा देते थे। एग्जाम्पल से हाँ तो क्या करते एग्जाम्पल सेट पब्लिक आई मेकिंग प्लस तो बोल सकते पब्लिक है वो तो खुश है ना, उनका टारगेट लाइफ का पूरा हो गया। That is not the penalty. स्टार्ट करना, ह्यूमिलिएट करना, वो और हंसेंगी। जिनका काम पूरा हो गया, उन्होंने कसम खाई थी कि हम अपने माँ बाप के मौत का बदला खलीफा तुमसे लेके रहेंगे, कातिल तुमसे लेके रहेंगे, उनका वो बदला पूरा हो गया। और ये एक इंसान जिसका बदला पूरा हो जाता है ना, फिर उसके कोई कहा नहीं सकता। कुछ ऐसी सजा सोचो कि मजा आए। Start thinking that history is all about thinking, right? It is not about PPT reading. वो तो पूरी चीज है ना, they are girls of 18, 17 years. कोई ऐसी सजा सोचो। Think from the very brutal end of your mind. उससे उनको फर्क ही नहीं पड़ेगा। ऑर्गन कट करें, पोस्टर लगा देंगे, टॉर्चर, they will become more happy. क्यों करना है करो यार, क्या दिक्कत है, मेरा तो काम पूरा हो चुका। खलीफा ने इन दोनों लड़कियों को घोड़े के पीछे बात करके तब तक पत्थरों पर डरवाया जब तक इनका कंकाल इनकी 24 साल नहीं हो गया। कपास इनकी 24 साल नहीं। These two young women of India were given a very brutal experience of death. This happened in 711, 7 years. Clear? अब याद रहे, जीवन में कभी नहीं भूलोगे। You will remember my lesson after 10 or 15 years. देखो, knowledge. अलग इन्हें लिखा, देखो, the king of Sri Lanka. The king of Sri Lanka. Now write down in a very simple language. Okay. वो लैंग्वेज आपको लिखनी है जो आप मेष में लिखोगे, ध्यान रखना, ठीक है। The king of Sri Lanka accepted Islam. King of Sri Lanka accepted Islam. He sent a huge treasure. He sent a huge treasure as a tribute to Khalifa. He sent a huge treasure as a tribute to Khalifa. This ship was plundered. Like the story you have to write, okay? This ship was plundered near Deval Port. This ship was plundered near Deval Port, Sindh. Bracket में लिखो, Sindh, SINDL. It was ruled by King Dahir. It was ruled by King Dahir. Who saved himself by replying to the letter of Khalifa. By replying to the letter of Khalifa. Okay. ज्यादा कुछ नहीं लिखना है because you are going for UPSC mains free. Okay. Most important thing I will make you write. Just like you will know. Right. अब देखो next point. Khalifa ordered al-Hajjaj. Khalifa ordered Khalifa ordered al-Hajjaj. Al-Hajjaj लिखोगे? लिखा भी है al-Hajjaj, the governor of Iraq. the governor of Iraq. Al-Hajjaj, the governor of Iraq, to send a commander with a large army, a commander with a large army. Actually, Khalifa wanted revenge. Actually, Khalifa wanted revenge. This time, Khalifa wanted revenge this time. Earlier, full stop to that. Earlier, invasions of Budail and Ubaidullah. Earlier, invasions of Budail. Like this, you will write Budail, Ubaidullah. Ubaidullah have failed. Earlier, the invasions of Budail and Ubaidullah have failed. सबको दिख रहा है लिखा हुआ बुदेल एंड उबैदुल्लाह क्लियर राइट दिस टाइम कासिम ब्रैकेट में लिखना 17 दिस टाइम कासिम was given the responsibility. Qasim was given the responsibility. Qasim defeated Raja Zahir or King Zahir in the night. Qasim defeated King Zahir. Qasim defeated King Zahir. Clear? He fought number of battles. He fought number of battles. कौन सी चार बैटल? Battle of Alor, Rawar, Deval, and Brahmanabad. Right, brother? Battle of. कल मैं ये कुर्सी आ रही नहीं यहाँ होगी. Battle of Alor, Rawar, Deval, and Brahmanabad. And Brahmanabad. Full stop. He captured Multan. He captured Multan, which was called. He captured Multan, which was called House of Gold. He captured Multan, which was called House of Gold. कैसे पूछेंगे? Which was called House of Gold? It was Multan. आप लोग जगह पकड़ पा रहे हैं? Just because you people have read geography, right? No confusion in the places. Okay. अब लिखो. A camp follower of Qasim. Next. A camp follower of Qasim wrote the history of invasion of Sindh. The camp follower of Qasim wrote the history of invasion of Sindh. The history of invasion of Sindh for the first time. For the first time. In Arabic language. In Arabic language. The original document was lost. The original document was lost. Here, secondly, in the court of Khalifa, Al-Biladuri कैसे लिखोगे? अल तो लिख ही लोगे. Biladuri. Al-Biladuri wrote Futuh us Baldan. Al-Biladuri wrote Futuh us Baldan or Buldan. कुछ नहीं कर सकते. In ancient I we use Sanskrit words. In modern I we use English words. Al biladuri. Al biladuri क्या था? ये क्लर्क था, इसने वो डॉक्यूमेंट उठाया और उसने कुछ लिख दिया. जब ओरिजिनल डॉक्यूमेंट खो गया, from where we will get this information? It was Al Biladuri's book Futuhul Buldan. Is that clear? Right? अब लिखो. In 1226, Al-Kufi, in 1226, Al-Kufi wrote Chachnama. In 1226, Al-Kufi wrote Chachnama. Chachnama कैसे लिखोगे? चर्च, चाचा का चर्च, नामा. लिख दिया? Chachnama in Persian. तो अब देखो, तुमको रटना नहीं, ठीक है? कोई भी किताब जिसके पीछे नामा लगा, it will be in Persian. Any book with the name Nama, with the ending Nama, will be in Persian. Any book with the ending of Nama will be Persian. ठीक है? बाबर नामा, हुमायूं नामा, बादशाह नामा, ये नामा, वो नामा, मैं नामा, तू नामा, सबकी भाषा क्या होगी? It is ruled. UPSC are very simple question. The language of Humayun Nama is. अगर आपने हिस्ट्री को रटा है, you will get confused. अगर आपने समझा है, तो मतलब यार मजाक मत कर मेरे साथ. The statement is correct. So this is the difference when you understand the subject and when you grab facts of the subject. You cannot go for 200 books and their languages. It is impossible. But with some aid, you can remember. जैसे कोई भी मंदिर हो, इसके पीछे ईश्वर लगा है, वो शिव का बना. Not the point. वृद्धेश्वर, ईश्वर आ गया. ये क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं वो लोग सिंपल. आप लोगों को लगता है कि हमको मंदिर भी रखने हैं और मंदिर के भगवान भी रखने हैं, सर ये हो ही नहीं सकता. योर माइंड इज नॉट अ सुपर कंप्यूटर. और आप जितना ज्यादा रटोगे उतना ही उन 2 घंटों में हैंगओवर हो जाएगा. जो प्रोसेसिंग होगी आपके प्रोसेसर की, वो ज्यादा डाटा होने की वजह से खराब हो जाएगी. जब हमारा मोबाइल हैंग कर सकता है तो हमारा माइंड भी हैंग करता है भाई. So that is why I am here for offline class. You have to understand it. Understand the basic concept. इतना क्लियर हो गया? Right? आगे लिखें. The Chachnama gives information about. The Chachnama gives information about history of sin. The Chachnama gives information about history of sin. History of sin. Okay? Right? The Chachnama में Chach कौन है? Any person who is married in the class, please don't tell me. Any person who is married? No? All are bachelors. Oh my God.
Chachnama gives information about history of sin.
History of sin. अब ये चच कौन है? जैसे बाबर नामा में बाबर है, हुमायूं नामा में हुमायूं है. राइट? चच में चच कौन है? Because if you are going for UPSC, it is important. किसी की शादी नहीं हुई ना? नहीं, आपको नहीं. देखिए, हम सब अमीर बने नहीं बने. We all want the material gains of life. पर कैसे बनो? दौलत कमा के या दौलत लूट के? एक तीसरा रास्ता भी है. वो रास्ता है अमीर लड़की से शादी कर। दिस इज वाइस वर्सा। कभी किसी गरीब से तरस खा करके उससे शादी नहीं करनी चाहिए। And this has been written in this book itself. चर्च कौन था? चर्च एक होनहार बालक था, ब्राह्मण था। He was very good at looks and with intelligence. चर्च पहुंच गया सिंध के राजा के पास और जा करके सिंध के राजा को इंप्रेस किया और सिंध के राजा की बेटी को भी इंप्रेस कर दिया, शादी कर ली। Now church became the king. See, the brilliance of this man, church. एक बार में रानी क्या बोलते हैं राजकुमारी से शादी भी हो गई और then he was just waiting for the king to die. राजा के मरने के बाद he got entire kingdom. When Qasim came, he wrote this story. और इस चर्च का बेटे, इसके दो बेटे पैदा हुए उस राजकुमारी से। एक का नाम था गार्सिया और दूसरे का था दाही। तो चर्च कौन हुआ? जामिन का पिता। सिंपल सवाल पूछेंगे तुमसे, इन चर्च नाम चर्चेस, ही इज ऑफ कोर्स फादर ऑफ दाही। ओके, अब जब कासिम आया तो कासिम ने क्या किया? इसने दौलत को लूटा। He became rich. So the history of Pakistan starts with church now. And these people are not giving this book to us. This Churchnama, the original document, which was written in Persian by Al-Kufi in the court of Nasiruddin Kubalcha. ये बच्चा बड़ा कू था, मैं बाद में बताऊंगा। It was written by Al-Kufi in the court of Nasiruddin Kubalcha. Right? And this document is not being provided to the Indian scholars. Pakistan owes its birth from this document, that Sindh was an area which can be captured by any person who was intelligent, brave, good, handsome, moody. All the four qualities required to give a good policy. अब याद रहेगा, आगे बढ़े, right? For next 300 years, अब लिखते जाओ। हाँ, ये लिखो, लिखो, the majority of population was Buddhist. The majority of population was Buddhist. People need a break. बोल क्यों नहीं रहा? टाइम क्या हुआ? 4 बजे ना? कितने टाइम का आपको ब्रेक मिल पा? हाफ एन आवर। आप लोग ब्रेक में क्या करते हो? You have some peace for here and there. You have a place to eat and drink. 4 बजे छोड़ूंगा, 4 o'clock break, then we will start with 4:30. 4:30 से फिर कब तक खत्म करते हैं आप? 6. चलो कोई बात नहीं, कल से करेंगे, आज से 4 बजे तक, ठीक है। 4:30 पे शुरू करेंगे, then we will close at 6. 6 से लेट क्लोज तो चलेगा? You are क्या बोलते हैं, ready for some long classes or not? See, my syllabus is very lengthy. 6:30 चल जाएगा. Just to end the topic, we will not start new topic after 6. But if the topic is started, then we will end it. चलेगा? Rest depends upon you people. It is not hard and fast rule, not written in the Constitution of India. Okay, class is yours. ठीक है, okay, faculty that is something different. लेकिन हम लोग भी सकते हैं, चलेगा ना? चलो लिख लो। देखो यूपीएससी कैसे पूछेगी, द पॉपुलेशन ऑफ सिंध एट द टाइम ऑफ कासिम इन्वेजन वाज ब्राह्मण, बुद्धिस्ट, लाइक दिस। तो पॉपुलेशन क्या थी? बुद्धिस्ट थी। द किंग वाज अ ब्राह्मण, द किंग दाहिर वाज अ ब्राह्मण। नेक्स्ट पॉइंट लिखो, द किंग वाज ब्राह्मण, द किंग वाज ब्राह्मण। इन्वेडर्स वर अरब्स, Invaders were Arabs, not Muslims, not of any other community. They were Arabs. ये समझ रहे हो? Arabs were Muslim वो बात अलग है. दो टॉपिक्स हैं, Turkish invasion और Arab invasion. When we talk about Arab invasion, we talk about Qasim. When we talk about Turkish invasion, we talk about Mahmud Ghaznavi, Ghazni, Ghauri. ये डिफरेंस आप लोग समझ पा रहे हो? टर्किश ओरिजिन के लोग तुर्की से आएंगे, तुर्की से, अभी जिसको अपन लोग कहते हैं, ओके, बाइजेंटाइन एम्पायर. अंडरस्टूड दिस पॉइंट? ओटोमन, तुर्क्स, वहां से उनका माइग्रेशन होगा. अभी माइग्रेशन कहां से है? अरब से. अंडरस्टूड दिस? चलो, आई थिंक दिस इज सफिशिएंट. Rest I will provide you in notes. नोट आपको जल्दी मिल जाएंगे, डोंट वरी. ठीक है? Any question? You can ask any question. चलो ये देखो. See, scholars have different views. Scholars have different views regarding the death of Qasim. Scholars have different views regarding the death of Qasim. Some are of the opinion. Some are of the opinion that Qasim was falsely charged. Scholars are having different opinion. Some say that Qasim was falsely charged, and some say that there was shift in power, that there was shift in power at the top. As a consequence, Qasim was murdered in cold blood. As a consequence, Qasim was murdered in the cold blood. Reason कुछ भी रहा हो, Qasim died very soon after the invasion of sin. Okay, इतना clear, right? Next topic क्लास के बाद शुरू करें. चलेगा? चलेगा? Confirm? See, feel very relaxed. I am quite competent to teach you people. I don't need my feedback from you. Understood? Right? Be in a receptive mood. You can challenge me anytime. I will be very happy to have your opinions, to have your questions. आज तो छोड़ो, तुमको माफ किया, लेकिन कल से you will know the topic and at least अगर आप कुछ भी नहीं कर सकते हो ना सर, कोई YouTube का वीडियो देख करके क्लास में आना. Don't come as a blank in the class. See, I can read your eyes. मुझे पता है तुमको कितना पता है. I just by looking at your face, I can have an idea that how much relaxed you are in the class. Don't come with a blame कि चलो यार सर को देखेंगे. तो मुझे क्या देखोगे? मेरी उम्र कट गई पढ़ने पढ़ाने में. I am not the perfect history teacher, but I am a senior student of history who is ready to share his experience with you. And it is up to you how much you will get the benefit. Here, it is not possible that I will teach you online and you will read notes of some other coaching. Right? It is not possible, sir. I am telling you. आप जिस टीचर से पढ़ोगे उसी के आप नोट फॉलो कर सकते हो. It is hard and fast rule. क्यों? Some things I will discuss in the class. Rest I will give you in writing. You will match both notes with the class. I will give you notes. Those notes are good notes or bad notes. It hardly matters. You will give the same notes to your friend, he will send back the PDFs to you. बोले भाई ये समझ में नहीं आ रहा है. Why? Because class is useful. ठीक है. You give me 1 month, right? 150 hours of this classroom, and I will make history very simple for you. ठीक है. तुमसे इतना ही मुझे चाहिए. Don't leave the class. When I count your numbers, then you people write. अगर कल आप लोग कम हुए या ज्यादा हुए, I will know it at the very first instance. आप 7 दिन 10 दिन ट्राई करो, आपको हिस्ट्री में मजा ना आए तब आप. This is the most simple subject, mother of all. Even it will help you essay writing. I scored 114 essays when I gave mains, right? So just because I was having this subject and I applied the concept of this subject in essays. So the second important topic of reading and understanding history is essay. Third important is IR. In world history, I will tell you when your IR will start, how all these things started, why French Revolution, Italian unification. Then you will have a grip. See, Ukraine war abhi chal raha hai, but it is the continuance of Crimean war, 1856. 1856 में जो क्रीमिया का एरिया था, उसके लिए युद्ध हुआ था. क्रीमिया यूक्रेन पास ही पास है. So when you will link Russia-Ukraine conflict to the Crimean war, then you will understand it. तो कंसोलिडेशन होता है सब्जेक्ट का, वो क्लासरूम प्रोग्राम से ही पॉसिबल. अभी आपको लग रहा होगा यार कहाँ सीरिया, कहाँ रशिया, कहाँ यूक्रेन. But everybody knows that Russia and Ukraine are fighting for more than 3 years now. Finally, Russia needs that sea warm water for its trade. It failed in 1856. अगर क्रीमिया वार 1 साल और चला होता तो इंडिया आजाद हो गया होता 1857 में. हमारी बदकिस्मती थी कि क्रीमिया के युद्ध के बाद ब्रिटिश सेना खाली खड़ी थी. वही सेना यहाँ पहुंची थी 1857 की क्रांति को खत्म कर. Understood this? So like this, topics are interrelated. So for if you are a good student of history, you will have complete command over IR, essay, and of course. और लाइफ में जो फायदा है वो अलग है. ओके, थैंक यू. क्या बन गया? We will meet at 4:30. Thank you.
Signature.